On today's episode of Annual Pass, we talk about our favorite moments from 2022 and what we are looking forward to in 2023. You're going to want to see this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Annual Pass. This is the podcast where we talk about all things theme parks, rides, shows, attractions. If it happens at a theme park, it happens here on Annual Pass. I am your host, Jack Pattillo, and of course, joining me as always is my lovely, talented, beautiful co-host, BK. Hi, Beaks.
What's good?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Welcome back. Happy end of the year.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's December 29th when this episode is being released. We're recording this in advance, so if we're missing some big news stories or anything, I apologize. That happened during the Bob Chapek thing.
Yeah.
The CEO of Disney got fired on a Sunday night, and we just missed this story because we'd recorded like 2 weeks in advance, and by then the next episode would be so far out. Anyway, so if we missed any major news stories, I apologize right now. We've got a fun episode today. So first of all, make sure to grab some merchandise. Store.roosterteeth.com. I'm rocking the old school Annual Pass shirt. BK has the spooky shirt on as well. We've got our Christmas hat. We have our pins. We've got this is my theme park shirt. You know, if you're looking for a late holiday gift, or maybe you got some Christmas cash. A lot of people get that.
Trying to spend in. That fanny pack is mighty good.
That fanny pack is awesome. The shirts are great. So grab some stuff, and also supports the podcast as well. So the more merch we sell, the more excuses we have to keep the podcast going. So this episode is going to be a lot of fun. Also youtube.com/annualpass, annual_pass, Twitter and Instagram, and Annual Pass Pod on TikTok. Go follow all of that. So, so this episode is going to be a fun one. We're not doing a specific attraction this episode. Instead, we're going to talk about the year we've had and what's upcoming, like what we're looking forward to. Because there's a lot of stuff. 2023 is going to be a cool year for theme park fans. And I think we're gonna go through some things and just kind of talk about it. So I figured first we'll talk about some things that came out this year.
Ooh, okay.
And we'll kind of get to it and sort of go into it. First of all, let's talk about Annual Pass. Let's talk about the stuff that we've done with Annual Pass. Number one, BK, you joined the podcast.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh yeah,
that did happen.
Have you been having fun so far at Annual Pass?
Oh my gosh, I love it here. It's so much fun.
Yeah, the community, the pass holder community has been amazing, and you guys are so friendly and so nice and kind, and when you and I first met, I was like, this is someone who loves theme parks, and I'm like, I want to get her involved with the show. And you guys, the pass holders have taken to you so well, and it makes me so happy.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so happy that you're here. So thank you very much. That's awesome. We had our very first live show this year.
Oh yeah,
back in May. Jeff and I were out in Orlando. We did our first live show, and then I got COVID, so that was fun. It was like my 6th time to Orlando, and that was the time I got COVID. But everyone recovered from that. That's all right. We also had Dave Cobb out for the show. Dave's been on, has been on the show a couple times, and that was a lot of fun. Actually, hanging out with him. Got to ride Men in Black with Dave Cobb, which is super, super cool. So this was. Had you been to Halloween Horror Nights before?
I have. I've been only once before in my youth.
Your youth, like you're so old now. Well, it was the first time you and I went to Halloween Horror Nights together.
Yes.
That was exciting.
Phenomenal. Honestly, highlight of my year.
Yeah, that was so much fun. So much fun.
Like when your birthday's November 1st, Halloween is kind of a big deal for you.
A little bit, I imagine. You just cross that midnight threshold, and it goes from Halloween right into your birthday.
100%.
Everyone's already dressed up.
It's dressed up for me.
Yeah.
They're not for Halloween. They're dressed up for my birthday.
Once it crosses, at that point, yeah, absolutely. Also, another cool thing, we had our 3rd visit to the Radio Broadcast Center at Universal. That is awesome. That is something that, when we started the podcast a year and a half ago, if you told me you'll be old hat at the Radio Broadcast Center at Universal Studios in Orlando, I'll be like, what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
But yeah, we've recorded 3 times now. We've talked with Greg Hall 3 times now. It's been so cool. It's been so nice. And our friends at Universal have been fantastic. They've been so nice to us. And I'm actually going to be out there in about a week or so from the recording of this, or from when this comes out. And hopefully I'll get to see some of them again.
Yeah, that's awesome, being able to get to chat with so many people behind the scenes and having those cool relationships, getting to know the ins and outs. I can't believe it. Annual Pass has come so far.
I know. Our little baby's all grown up. It is pretty wild, how friendly the theme park community has been. I've talked about it a number of times in other podcasts, but the theme park, the podcast community, the vlogger community, I've met so many people that I've been fans of for years, and actually meet them. It's oh wow, these are all really good people. And even that, but the people inside the theme parks too, the people who work there have all been so friendly and so nice. I mean, I think about Ramon, who we met, who did he did the Chupacabra's house, and he was super friendly and gave us a cool tour behind the scenes. scenes of the Halloween Horror Night stuff. And he's the one who worked on The Great Movie Escape.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited. I might be going to in like a week or so after this podcast comes out. And so, it's very, very cool. Like just so many nice people in this industry. And it makes me so happy to be a part of it. And so hopefully we get to shine a light on some of these people because they deserve all the credit they get. Let's see here. Our first vlogs and our first TikToks hit this year.
Yes.
In 2022. That was fun. I got onto TikTok. I'm not an old man. I'm on the TikTok, BK.
And I quote, I'm on the TikTok.
I'm on the TikTok.
The clock app.
I have the ticks and the talks, both of them. I got both of them.
I am very impressed, though. You did a really good job, and I can't wait to challenge you next year to do some more stuff.
Oh, man. What's going to be the next platform? You know, there's going to be some...
I know. What is it, Hive or something?
Well, Hive is like a new social one.
Mastodon? I don't know.
There's Post. There's a whole bunch of new ones. We'll figure it out.
Tumblr, maybe.
Tumblr. Oh, man, we'll go old school. Let's just go back to MySpace. Where's Tom? Bring Tom back.
I'm down for it. Tom's my guy.
He got his cash and bolted, right?
HTML and up.
What was the one that Justin Timberlake did? Did he do MySpace? Did he co-own MySpace for a bit?
No. He was just the actor in the movie about Facebook.
No, I swear, Justin Timberlake.
He's the Napster character in the movie about Facebook.
Excuse me, Miss BK.
No.
In June of 2011, Specific Media Group and Justin Timberlake jointly purchased the company for approximately $35 million. The company being MySpace.
I had no idea.
On February 11, 2016, it was announced that MySpace and his parent company had been purchased by Time Inc. for $87 million. So he bought it and then turned around and sold it for almost three times the amount. Like him and another group bought it for 35, and they sold it 5 years later for 87.
Good investment.
Good on you. He did a little flip of that social network. So maybe he doesn't own it anymore, but he did. He owned, yeah.
I stand corrected. Jack with the fact checks. I got you.
Here's an article, June 30th, 2011. The title is Justin Timberlake buys his own social network with MySpace. So
can we get a theme park only social network? I'm down for that.
Man, what would that be like?
I would be so excited to see what that looked like. You tell us. I want to know what that would look like.
Yeah, what would that look like? That would be,
Can mark your favorite rides, what parks you're on.
Yeah, we have like checklists and stuff.
Yeah,
like here's the things you need to do.
Not just a form, but more. You can make your theme park profile.
Oh man, I think we're on to something. Let's just pivot Annual Pass from a podcast to a social network.
Wait a second.
I think we're doing it. I think we're making it happen. What else here? Oh yeah, my first marathon. I ran my first marathon in 2022.
Wait.
That was exciting.
Your first one? And now you're doing like 3?
Yeah, well, I'm doing 1.5 now, basically.
Sorry. You just said so many runs that you're doing. I just thought that there were a lot. I didn't realize they're all in the one.
Yeah, no. So I'm an old man. So I turned 40 on January 3rd of 2022. And then on January 9th, I ran my very first marathon. So like less than a week later, I ran my first marathon.
You're insane.
And so now I'm going to be turning 41 in January. And then less than a week later, I'm going to do the Goofy Challenge. So I'm doing the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon, and the full marathon.
See, that's a lot of marathons.
Well, it's actually only one full marathon.
No, any run for me is a marathon.
Oh, really? That makes sense. So what would a marathon? A marathon's like 6 marathons?
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 6 marathons. That's a decathlon. I don't know.
So that was it. So then we covered that, and that was a lot of fun. And like from doing that marathon, I talked about my running experience there, and then we started the Rope Drop Run Club, which now
the whole crew.
Now with the whole we have like 20 of us going to the marathon weekend. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited, and we're gonna do meetups and stuff. It's gonna be great. And so I know on Sunday night we're all meeting up. I think at Disney Springs, and we're all gonna take our medals and get like a big photo, all of us wearing our medals. So because there's gonna be people who are doing the 5K, 10K, half full, like some people doing challenges, but we're all gonna meet up and do a big photo. So that's really cool. I'm really excited for that actually. So I'm very proud of that side of the podcast that was completely unexpected and became a whole thing.
Got a whole community within the community.
We have our Discord server, and like the annual pass, the Rope Drop Running Club in the Discord server is awesome. Like it's just people just supporting each other and like helping each other out and giving recommendations, and it's just like
we love that positivity.
It's so great. And like again, this past whole community has been incredible, and I'm so happy to have all you guys. It's very, very cool. So as far as annual pass goes, that's all I have. Can you think of any other annual pass stuff that happened in 2022 that we need to cover? It's a whole lot of stuff.
We got some amazing custom one-of-one shoes.
Absolutely, yeah. I got my
Gotta
Adidas.
Shine some light on that.
Yeah.
And reflecting the community and
these
how
are
awesome
so
they are.
Awesome. And then so I got my Adidas, my Stan Smiths You got your Converse.
I've got Converse, all annual passed out, and just so many awesome gifts and park maps from the community. I feel like that's been my biggest thing is just seeing the response and chatting with everyone and getting to know everybody.
It's been so great. I mean, like, again, like I'm a huge theme park map fan, and like this podcast, so many people have sent in stuff that have just been like like maps I'll never expect to get, and it's been so great. And
just
so
get
thank
an envelope, open it up, maps.
I'm still gonna do something. I want to make a website where people can submit theme park maps. Like I want to have like a kind of like a Wikipedia thing where you can go and submit like images of all these maps, and so we can like chronicle all of these different parks and stuff. I think like that would be really neat. I want to do that. I don't know where to start.
We got to get a dev on the line.
I know. If if only we got to sell a whole bunch of shirts, and we can make that happen. So as far as like stuff that happened in 2022 for some theme park stuff, this I don't know if you remember this, but this happened way early in the year. Galactic Star Cruiser opened. Remember that?
I do.
Yeah, that was like March.
I didn't.
Yeah.
That was March?
Yeah, that was this year. That happened this year. So Galactic Star Cruiser is the Star Wars themed hotel. It's basically LARPing for 2 nights in a Star Wars area. Basically you're on a cruise ship in space. Like the like in Fifth Element a little bit.
So cool.
And it feels like that was something that was like hugely popular. Like people were really excited for. Then it was like, oh, BT Dubs, $6,000 to do it.
Much.
And it was like, oh, what? And so now I feel like we're not hearing anything about it. And like, as a matter of fact, I'm going to pop this open real quick. Galactic.
Let's see what's up.
Galactic.
That price tag sounds like to me a very specific group of individuals that can consistently afford to go on something.
I just want to see the availability of it because we could be totally wrong. It could be totally sold out right now.
Right. You don't know if it's like sold out or if it is open because that's pretty expensive.
$6,000? It is very, very expensive. Okay,
for
let's
2
see
days.
here.
2 days.
Start planning, cabin or suites. Where's the?
Is it like a cruise?
It's like a cruise through space. Okay.
Oh, okay. Artificial cruise.
Okay, so 2 guests per. So starting from 2 guests per cabin, it's going to be about $4,800 total. 3 guests per cabin, you can have it for $5,200 total. Or 4 guests per cabin, $6,000 total. Available voyage dates, and I'm looking at here. So right now, it looks like every day is available. So December 1st is today, so it's not available. But the 2nd through the 17th are all available. The 18th through the 31st are not available. I wonder if that's because they shut it down.
Oh, you think?
I mean, look at this. Literally every single day is available except for the 2 weeks, the end of December. So my guess is they probably
close it.
They probably shut it down for Like they're like, we don't need. We're good right now, and also give our actors and stuff a break and whatnot. So anyway, it is completely free. Like you can book. I'm not seeing.
I'm just saying, look, I'm about to be a celebrity now. Let me get that $6,000. I'm about to.
So the first time so from now until just as far as I can go, May of 2023, the 17th and 18th are booked.
That's it.
I don't know if maybe it shut down that time or something, but
I would think maybe May the 4th.
That's what I thought, but no.
But it's not.
No, I'm going through those are literally the only dates, the 17th and 18th, which I imagine is probably some maintenance or something. But
that is crazy.
Wild. All right, so that opened this year. But haven't heard much about it. Over at Epcot, couple cool, very, very cool things opened. So Cosmic Rewind opened. Heck yeah. That is an amazing attraction. I love that so much. I can't wait to get back out there and ride it again. Also, so earlier this year, so I think the Creation Shop, which is, it could replace Mouse Gear. If you know that, like if you're walking to the park on the left side. So the Creation Shop, I think that actually opened right at the tail end of 2021.
Okay.
Because I want to say when I ran through it and when I was doing the marathon, we ran right past it. I'm pretty sure it was open when I was there. I could be wrong though. But for sure the Connections Cafe, which is next to it, which is where Electric Umbrella used to be.
Yeah.
That opened this year. So that's new.
Cool.
I have on the list Space 220. I don't know when Space 220 opened.
I thought that came out this year.
Did it? Was it this year? Space 220 opening date. So no, it's September 20th, 2021. So that was last year.
That was the year before.
Yeah. So that's another one I would like to check out, but that's a newer one. So I had that on my list. I don't know why I did though. I had that on my list. I still haven't gone there yet though. Like there's so much good food in Epcot, and I want to go to space and eat food though. And Animal Kingdom, our show that I missed, I never got to see. Kite Tales came and went. Kite Tales. Do you know about Kite Tales?
No, I don't know about Kite Tales.
So apparently Disney owns a bunch of jet skis, And so they were like, there was a temporary show after Illuminations before Harmonious that it was like Epcot Forever or something. I forget what it was called exactly, but they had jet skis where they had flags, or not flags. They had kites on the back of the jet skis.
And flying them around.
Yeah, they would fly them around at night, and they had like sparks would come off them and stuff. So they had these jet skis, right? And so they moved the jet skis over to Animal Kingdom and then had these big kites made of characters. So there's like a big Simba, there's a big Mufasa, and they would fly it around, but the lagoon at Animal Kingdom is just not that big. So it's basically them just doing circles on jet skis with these kites, and there was no real easy way to sort of like take them away, again, because small little area. So they would sort of just crash the kites into an empty part of the stadium that they were, or like the empty part of the stands. And so literally it was just like, okay, we're done with this, and they would sort of just throw it off to the side, and like, you know, Simba would sort of just crash in full view of the audience too, mind you. And also they were kites, and it sometimes would be windy, and sometimes they would get caught in trees. And so
that sounds like not the best idea. Not an Animal Kingdom. Isn't there a giant tree there?
Yeah, I don't think it got caught in that one. That would be awkward. So Kite Tails died, unfortunately. So that came and went. I don't know if it opened this year, but it certainly died this year.
This is notable.
Also, big news for Magic Kingdom or for Orlando in general. Magic Band Plus kicked off, which is the new Magic Bands. Those started this year.
All the Genie Plus stuff.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't know if Genie Plus was this year or.
I don't think it might have rolled out the year before, but it's in like full force now.
Yeah. It feels like you kind of almost have to do it at this point if you want to get into a bunch of rides. And that also, the Magic Bands also landed in California as well. So now Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, they're taking Magic Bands. There's not as much stuff over there. Because the whole thing about Magic Bands is you can use them for like your hotel as well.
Right.
So they didn't really have that in Anaheim, or at least not as big in Anaheim as they do in like, you know, Magic Kingdom. But yeah, and so that was kind of like, you know, there's lots of stuff. Shrek 4D shut down. Sad, you know, in the arms of an angel. That's very, very sad. But we got some new stuff coming up, and that we'll talk about here soon. And I'm trying to think of anything else. Can you think of anything else that happened this year in the world of theme parks?
Trying to think. I'm not sure. I really can't think of anything else that happened this year.
Yeah. It's kind of like now that we're looking into the horizon, and you kind of forget about the past.
Well, yeah. I mean, also the last couple of years have kind of all mushed together. So I feel like this year, 2022, has been the first year that feels like a year in itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the pandemic sort of squished everything together. It's like 2020 through 2022 all kind of felt like one.
The one, yeah.
But now let's go ahead and make a jump to next year and beyond. Ooh. So 2023, we have some big news hitting Universal Orlando. We'll start there. We'll just kind of run through a bunch. I get a whole bunch of different things here. Start with Universal Orlando. Halloween Horror Nights 2023. Halloween Horror Nights come back, right? It's Halloween Horror Nights 32, I think, or 27. I forget, whichever
32.
one. 32?
Because 31 was...
Yeah, 32. Chucky's coming this year.
Chucky, oh my goodness.
So Chucky, they've announced the Chucky house for sure.
Sick.
I don't know if it's based on the movie or the show, but Chucky's coming, and that's going to be terrifying. Because one of my biggest scares was when we went to the Halloween house and the
little child
version of Michael Myers popped out. Oh boy, that freaked me out.
Baby clown boy.
So freaking Chucky, a Chucky house. That's going to be a lot of fun. I also had on here Universal's Great Movie Escape because I wrote my notes last night, and then literally this morning they announced it's opening in December.
Nice.
So it opened, like, if you're listening to this, it opened a couple weeks ago, I think December like 20th or so. But yeah, Universal's Great Movie Escape is now open, and so that's something looking forward to. I thought it was, like, they said it was going to open in 2022, and they snuck it in right at the end, but that'll be open, and I'm very, very excited to check that out. The new Minions Villain Con attraction, which they haven't announced yet, but everyone is suspecting that's what the case is. So Villain Con is replacing Shrek 4D.
Okay, what? Oh, yes, from the new movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, Villain Con.
Villain Con, I think, is from the first Minions movie.
Yeah.
And so the idea is it's a moving walkway attraction where you stand in place and it just kind of moves you and you go through this exhibition. Kind of like if you went to, like, you know, you go to RTX and you see all the different, like, the exhibition floor. It's like that, but they're showing off different stuff.
Interesting.
There's rumors that it might be a gun-based attraction where you have like a light gun, kind of like Men in Black or like Midway Mania at you know, Toy Story Land. Mm-hmm. But we don't know yet. But we are pretty sure, this still hasn't been announced officially, but we're pretty sure Villain Con is coming to Shrek 4D. Minions. Something Minions for sure. Also, they're going to be replacing the Monsters Cafe We don't know what's going to be there yet.
Right.
Probably a Minions Cafe to make it like a whole little mini Minions land.
Minion area. Too many Minions.
Yeah, lots of
Reeling
Minions over
in.
there. And also, Kid Zone's being rethemed. So Kid Zone is shutting down in early January, and pretty much everything from Beyond E.T. is going to be closed and rethemed to something or destroyed. We don't know. We don't know what's happening yet. They said there's going to be animated characters coming back, your favorites. So we'll see. We imagine it's going to be DreamWorks. So I imagine there's going to be a Shrek area. Because like they just built a whole new Shrek, like Shrek and Donkey meet and greet. So you figure like they would at least keep that. I don't know why they would build it and immediately tear it down. Makes no sense. But you got to figure Kung Fu Panda. I know Trolls are a big thing. Apparently people love the Trolls. I don't know, but the Trolls movies are a thing.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to think of what other Trolls movies. I mean, I know Box Trolls, but like there's a different Trolls movie?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't have any kids, so I don't know. I have no reason to watch Trolls movies.
I was curious. I'm hoping they did something like In the Tuck, like a Road to El Dorado or something more of like a older DreamWorks to bring in with the new, because like we get rid of this and it's just super kiddie. Like I just want one thing for a little bit of an older audience.
Well, the wild thing, when did Shrek 4 come out? Shrek 4 release date. That came out almost 13 years ago. Came out May 21st, 2010. And so it's weird to be like, oh yeah, like we'll add Shrek, and it's like, but Shrek is so old at this point. It's like, do young kids know Shrek? I don't know. Like, do people show Shrek to children? I don't know.
I don't know, but I'd be down for a Shark Tale area.
There you go.
Sign me up. We'd be working at the car wash. Whoa. All right, sorry.
I love it. So we'll see what's going to happen there. As long as you don't touch my animal actor stage or horror makeup show, I'm good. So there you go. Over at Universal Hollywood out in California, big thing happening early January, Beaks. Super Nintendo World's opening.
Oh my gosh, yes. How could I forget?
Yeah. Super Nintendo World opens, I want to say early January. Like literally, it's like might be the beginning of the year. And so again, the Super Nintendo World in Hollywood is going to be a lot smaller than the one in Japan and really small compared to the one in Epic Universe. They only have the Mario Kart attraction. They don't have the Yoshi attraction. I don't think. I could be wrong. No, they don't have the Yoshi ride. They only have the Mario Kart ride. And there's really no place to expand. So, like, Donkey Kong is, well, actually, that's the next one. Universal Japan is getting the Donkey Kong attraction.
The Donkey Kong attraction, I read that.
Which looks super, super cool.
Looks cool.
So that's opening in Universal Japan this year. But Universal Hollywood, it just won't fit. Like, that's not going to fit in there.
Well, you just need to make a monorail to another place. Find some land somewhere else and just snatch it up.
There's a golf course not too far.
Get rid of it. Wait, who's golfing anymore?
Yeah,
no offense. Sorry,
exactly.
golfers. I know this.
So, so that's going to be opening up. Also, they are shutting down the Animal Actors stage in Hollywood and the special effects show because they are going to be building, supposedly, they're going to be building the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift attraction. I don't know if that's this year, but for sure those attractions will be closing
in the future.
Yeah, so I don't know if that ends sometime. If it's coming, it'll probably be the end of this year.
Okay.
More than likely 2024 is what my guess is for that.
Keep it on our radar.
Well, they like to sort of space it out where it's like one new thing every year.
Right.
So Super Nintendo World's like the big thing for 2023.
Got to give room for attractions and places to breathe. Like if you do too much stuff, then it's gonna be like, oh, too many people. What are we gonna do?
And that's like like Villain Con's gonna be opening up this year in Universal Orlando. And I'm curious what they have planned for 2024 because like they really honestly this year 2022 their sort of big thing for what it's worth is the escape room. I mean that's kind of they didn't really build a new attraction. Velocicoaster was 2021. They didn't really follow it because they started Epic Universe properly started it.
And that is a big endeavor. That's not just an attraction or another show or like a refurb or something. That is a whole new
it's
land.
A new park. Yeah. That's going to be massive. So we don't know what I don't know what else they're going to add, if they're going to do anything for 2024 in the park before Epic opens in 2025, but we'll see. Then at Walt Disney World. So Walt Disney World is going to start as a brand new celebration because the 50th anniversary celebration is ending. 50th anniversary was October 1st of 2021. And then they did a year and a half of 50th celebration.
A year and a half.
Yeah, makes sense.
We got to do it.
And so they're starting up their new celebration. It's going to be across all the parks. It's the 100 Years of Wonder, which is the 100th anniversary of the Disney company. So,
wow.
So I'm pretty sure every single park is going to be using this as kind of like their new celebration, the 100 Years of Wonder. Magic Kingdom, something I'm very excited for opening up. Tron Light Cycle Run, finally opening. They've been building this thing for like 7 years, it feels like.
Excited.
It's finally going to be opening up this year. They're saying, I want to say spring or summer of 2023. So and they've been running this thing for a long time. They've been doing tests. The outside looks like it's almost done. Like I've been watching and looking at videos like BioReconstruct and like Mickey Views. There's a lot of people putting out videos about it, and I've been watching all of them. Very, very exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Are you going to ride that one?
Absolutely.
You want to ride it with me?
I'm so excited. When I saw a 30-second clip and I had to stop of the ride in Shanghai. I saw you get onto a light ride or like mount a motorcycle, and I went, I can't watch anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to ride this ride.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's Daft Punk playing too. So it's like, it's all the soundtrack, which is like, oh my God.
Jerez, let's go.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. End of line while you're burning.
Yes!
So anyway, I'm very excited for Tron Light Cycle Run hitting this year, 2023. Another cool thing coming to the Magic Kingdom in Orlando. So the Haunted Mansion is getting the Hatbox Ghost. So
really?
Yes, the Hatbox Ghost was over in Anaheim at the original park at Disneyland. Right after you get through the attic, the Hatbox Ghost is there holding a Hatbox, and his head appears in the box.
Okay.
They're bringing that over to the Magic Kingdom.
Cute.
That was like one of the big announcements at D23 this year. And it's like, 'cause they didn't really announce any big attractions. Like, hey, well, the Hatbox Ghost, yay! So he's coming over. Happily Ever After's coming back, which is that's the fireworks show.
Oh, the fireworks. Okay, yeah,
Or at least it's coming back in some form. So Enchantment, I think, is the name of the show right now.
Okay.
Is this the one they started for the 50th anniversary? It was good. Not as good as Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After blew my freaking mind.
It's the music and the coordination.
The stuff blowing up. Yeah, like that. The first time I literally cried the first time I watched that show. Not ashamed to admit that. I 100%
Sometimes
cried.
it's very moving.
Oh, it's so
After
beautiful.
a long day, you just sit there and just experience as a collective experience with fireworks.
And then Tinkerbell flies through the sky. Oh my gosh. So Happily Ever After is coming back. Again, we don't know if it's going to be reworked or how they're going to do it, but it's coming back. And so I will be checking that out. I imagine it'll probably be around October 1st, so which is the anniversary of the park. Who knows when it'll be, but it's coming back. Splash Mountain, they haven't announced anything, but likely will be shut down in 2023.
Right,
so,
we talked about this a little bit before.
So Splash Mountain, as you know it right now, is going to be shut down. They are retheming it to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And my guess is that when Light Cycle Run opens, they will shut down Splash Mountain.
I mean, that makes sense. Replace one with another.
Exactly. You have an e-ticket ride open, so you can close out an e-ticket ride because Splash Mountain's a big one. A lot of people go through that thing, and but it's you're gonna have the new hotness literally on the other side of the park. So it's like, okay, we can shut down Splash Mountain, start our retheming of it, and so who knows how long that'll take before Tiana's Bayou Adventure is open. And also one last thing in the Magic Kingdom, train's coming back.
Oh, the train is back.
Yeah, well, I mean, the train's shut down right now because they've been building Tron because they had to take out all the train track for Tron, but theoretically, you finish Tron, you're going to finish the train track.
Yeah.
So train's coming back. Apparently, they've been reworking it and training some new people on it as well. Training some new people.
I'm actually really excited. Say goodbye to Zippity-Doo-Dah and hello to friends on the other side.
There you go. That's
exciting.
Over at Epcot, we got some stuff over there. Journey of Water, which is the Moana walkthrough thing. Supposedly, that's going to open this year. We'll see if that is the case. That's the one where once you get past the Spaceship Earth, it's going to be right over there. Right now, it's a big pit.
Okay, I was going to ask. It's not near the Nemo stuff. It's closer
It's kind of in front of it. So it's sort of in between, like Living with the Land and Living with our Living Seas with Nemo and Friends. Sort of in between that and where the Creation Shop is.
Okay.
So remember, we're like it used to be like the two kidneys, all part of like innovation or interventions. The right one, if you're walking in the park, the right one is completely gone.
Oh my God.
They tore it down and it's just a big pit now. Like it's just a big hole. And so they've been building the Moana walkthrough, the Moana
They're
Journey
like, we need
Water.
more IPs up in here. Listen, nobody wants to go to a theme park to be educational anymore. We just want more characters.
Yeah.
Part of me doesn't like it, but also part of me is really excited for Moana. So
I'm just nervous it's not going to be as impressive as people are thinking. Like it feels to me like, it's going to take you 10 minutes to walk through. And it's like, cool. All right.
What is there? Is it an interactive experience?
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be something there. Do I get magic band hookups?
Yeah.
Like, I need to know the deets.
It's neat because, when Dave and I and producer Ben went to Volcano Bay, there was a whole interactive section inside the big volcano they actually had there. And so there's a thing where like a volcano was talking to us, and like he interacted with us and made water rise and everything. It was like the spirit of the mountain. And it was so cool. And actually, if you watch our Volcano Bay vlog, we go and you can see that. So it's over at youtube.com/annual pass. Check that out.
Nice.
So maybe we'll do something like that. Also, new Walt statues coming to Epcot. So I think it's called Dreamer's Point, or I think Dreamer's Point is the name of the area. It's the one where he's sitting down. Supposedly it's like he was sitting down looking at what would Disneyland be. Yeah. And so that's coming. They've announced that forever ago. I think it's finally showing up this year. And also another new fireworks show. So Harmonious, which is the Bard show, supposedly going away, and so we don't know much about it, but supposedly they're taking it, like, I don't know if they're removing the barges or just repurposing them or what. The technology is cool, but it's such a bad spot for it, it's just like I don't like those big barges in the middle of that lake, because like the World Showcase is such a cool area and you have these big things and they tried doing like fountains out of them and it never really worked right. And so it's just like,
maybe they'll set up more of a more permanent situation to be able to do fireworks shorts or performances. I'm curious to see what they're going to make use of it, because I do like the interaction being in the middle of the park, like, and things happening. Like, it's such a great time when you're at Epcot, like for the end of the day when stuff's going on at the lake and things are going. So I'm curious.
The problem with Harmonious for me is, so they have the big ring, sort of like the Stargate looking thing.
You got to be at a certain spot.
Yeah, you have to either literally be at the USA Pavilion or the entrance area to really get the full effect of it. If you're at an angle, it's like
it's not the same.
You just miss it, and it's like they sort of replicate it on the sides, but it's like, why doesn't that thing spin? Or I mean, that's why like the globe was perfect.
It was.
For Illuminations, they had the globe because literally it's like you can see it from everywhere. And I don't understand why they didn't just do something similar to that. But
well, maybe they heard you and they listened to Annual Pass Podcast and they're trying to figure out a new show that actually caters to around the world.
Iger, give me a call. Josh tomorrow, let's talk. I'd love to have you on. So that's pretty much it for Epcot as far as I have. Hollywood Studios, not a lot coming over there, but one new thing is opening. Woody's Roundup Rodeo Barbecue.
Woody's Roundup. Come on. That's actually perfect. There is like no food on that side of the park.
No, there's no food and no shade in that side of the park.
So we need something.
This is something that's been in production for a long time. It's been very close to opening for a while. So if you're coming from behind, I almost said a great movie ride. If you're behind Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and you sort of turn right to go into Toy Story Land right there, on your right side, kind of literally where that giant Woody statue is, to the right of that is where the barbecue joint will be opening. So it's like you go in and it's like a bunch of toys and stuff and barbecue.
Yeah, that front kind of area of the park really does need a refresh or something. It needs a little more sauce now that everything's so new and awesome. Like,
they got to do something with shade over there. Like add like giant like grass leaves or something, because if it's meant to be like you're the scale of a toy, like do something. I mean,
they're outside in the yard. Let's like make it feel like grounded. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something. At least that aesthetic, so I can feel like I'm small and I'm toy size.
Yeah, like bring back the old Honey, I Shrunk the Kids play set. Like that was so awesome. I love that thing.
That's a good one.
Well, speaking of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, it is coming to Disneyland next year. So it's opening up in Disneyland. So they have like a whole new like Toontown fair or something like that. And so Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is opening over in Disneyland. And as far as I have, that's the only major thing hitting Disneyland this year. Hong Kong Disneyland is getting a Frozen Land though, which is kind of cool.
Wait, like Frozen?
Like Frozen, Elsa, Anna, Olaf, Kristoff.
Whole land, like a whole area.
Yeah, they're getting a whole area.
Arendelle.
Which they're building the Frozen Ever After attraction, which we just covered a couple weeks ago. They're getting a replica of that put over there. I imagine they're going to add stuff to it as well.
Okay.
Also, they have the Wandering Oaken Sleighs family coaster. So Oaken, so they're doing a family coaster themed around that dude. So that's cool.
That's adorable.
Another excuse for us to get out to Hong Kong and go check that out.
We gotta go to Hong Kong.
I gotta go to Shanghai. Oh my gosh. So that's it I have for Disney. Now at SeaWorld Orlando, they're opening up a new coaster called the Pipeline. It's Pipeline the Surf Coaster. This thing looks cool. So I haven't been to SeaWorld Orlando in a while. We talked about it a bit last week on our Christmas episode. But this one, it's called Pipeline. It's a standing coaster. So you stand in it and like it has the thing like kind of you sit on it, but it's like it pulls down, but you're standing upright where your feet are on the ground. The whole thing is made to look like a surfboard. But the actual thing will dip and go up and down. So like as you're going through the coaster, you will kind of like feel like you're riding a surfboard. So like you kind of like move up and down along with it. So like it'll get smaller, like shorter and taller as you go. Sounds awesome.
I'm shaking my head.
Why not?
Standing.
Oh, you don't like standing?
I don't know how I feel. I've never done it.
Well, I mean, basically you're standing. It's like leaning against something.
I've only ever done the standing, and then they spin you really fast, and you feel the G's, and you're like, and they turn you like that. Yeah. And that was already giving me a heart attack.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I can handle a coaster free form. Like, am I protected? Is there something around me?
Yeah. You have an overhead like thing.
Okay, well, but overhead strapping in that's my seatbelt.
It looks super safe. Hang on, I'll see if I can. What do they call it?
Pipeline. Super safe. Jack,
coaster.
are you setting me up for failure here?
No, I would never do that. Okay. Pipeline the Surf Coaster launching 2023. There you go. So you can see what it looks like.
No, you're Free Willy out there.
No,
you are Free Willy. You are lying to me, Jack. You're a liar. You're a liar and a fiend.
That's so safe.
No, okay, listen. Okay.
Look, they're sitting now. They're like leaning. They're like leaning and it clips down. You're not falling out of the thing.
Free Willy. Ain't no side protection.
You're
you are just
fine.
I don't know if I could do it.
All right, so we're gonna do that next year. Next time we go to Orlando, we'll do that. All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. Also, so that's what I have for our SeaWorld, and in the Cedar Point. So Cedar Point up in Ohio. Give some shout out to our friends in Ohio. Rumor is that Top Thrill Dragster shut down. That's the one, that was like the very first, like 0 to 100 that goes up. It was like,
right, yeah.
I think it was the tallest coaster on the planet for a while. They shut it down. Supposedly it's going to get a retheme. We don't know what it's going to be, but that might be coming in 2023. You sent me one here. Would you like to read it, or do you want me to read it?
Oh, yeah, I'll read it.
Here you go. You want? Yeah, there you go. So,
oh man, I'm very excited. So this one is random, and I couldn't believe it when I did read it. So there's going to be a Jumanji theme park in Chessington World of Adventures Resort.
That's cool.
I did not know this was going to happen, but I guess the movies are successful enough to warrant it.
The Rock and Jack Black, and it's it's going to make some money.
But the world of Jumanji is fascinating, even if you haven't seen the movies. So it's going to be a theme park land based on the Jumanji movies coming to Chessington World Adventures Resort. The theme park is located just south of London in the UK, and we'll be adding a new area in spring of next year. I'm very excited. It's going to cost around, though, about $20.5 million to make. And it will include an overgrown Jumanji-esque jungle, a 55-foot jaguar shrine, and what looks to be a roller coaster track wrapping around the shrine, like
that's
the
cool.
main activation.
So that's the one from the end of the first movie.
Yeah. Jumanji. So it's going to be awesome. They announced that there are going to be wild rides, adventurous attractions, and drama-filled experiences. I don't know what that means, but curious to see that.
Maybe like a stunt show or something.
Right? Or something. I would love to see a stunt show, like Indiana Jones vibes, but Jumanji?
Or, was it Ruby Red? Was that the name of the character? The one that,
in the new one?
Yeah, in the new one.
I think so.
Yeah, she was like, not Kieran. Oh, God.
Names.
I can't think of her name.
Don't look at me. I don't know names.
Yeah, she's also in Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway.
Zoe's, no. Nebula?
Nebula, yeah. She plays Nebula. Oh, God, I can't think of the name.
Can't do it. We're the worst. You tell us.
Yeah.
Jack says, hold on, we're getting it.
You've got my laptop, so
I took it. I commandeered it. Forgive me.
Karen Gillan.
Karen
Gillan. There it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Anyway, she's awesome. So yeah, maybe
awesome.
like a stunt show with her because she's like kick people and stuff. Yeah, it's great.
That'd be awesome. And then we have one more too, if I'm allowed to read it.
Oh, go ahead, absolutely.
I feel like I've taken control.
No, you passed it on. You found this last night, and I'm like, all right, heck yeah, you talk about it.
Last night at 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh, Beeks.
He was so upset with me, but I found a really cool one. And shout out to Warner Brothers here. There's going to be a Wizard of Oz land at the Warner Brothers Movie World in Australia.
Very cool.
So I did not know there was a movie world in Australia.
Yeah, not a lot of theme parks in Australia, but that's one of the few that is there.
I'm a big fan of movies, so even if it is like a studio tour, I know we've talked about this, but sounding like a whole movie world really opens up, and I'm a big fan of Wizard of Oz. The Yellow Brick Road sounds awesome. Like I want the ruby slippers.
You think they have like a Yellow Brick Road coaster?
I don't know. Well, announced on June 20th, 2022, guests at Warner Brothers Movie World in Oxenford, Australia will soon be able to travel to the iconic Yellow Brick Road TM with an all-new Wizard of Oz TM themed land featuring 2 new family-friendly rides opening in 2024. So we got a little bit of time to wait. But I'm curious to see images of this because it sounds really cool. The 2 new rides will include the world's first Wizard of Oz themed suspended family coaster and a family boomerang racer, both with consummate height restrictions. I never read that word before, so forgive me. That will allow younger movie world guests the opportunity to experience their first roller coaster. So it sounds like they have special seats maybe made for younger kids. It's pretty cool.
That'd be a good first coaster, I think. Like that would be you can ride the Wizard of Oz. Doesn't feel too scary. So.
Not too scary.
Well, I mean, I guess parts of it are scary. But that is cool.
The CEO of the park says the new precinct, I guess is what they're calling it, will be developed in the retired Arkham Asylum area that would transform the space to a colorful, vibrant world of Oz as seen as the nostalgic 1939 film, The Wizard of Oz. I did not know it was that old. My God. This is going to be like nothing we've ever done before at the Movie World. We're working closely with our partners at Warner Brothers Themed Entertainment to make this one of the most beautifully themed precincts in Australian theme parks, period. I'm actually kind of really excited for that.
Yeah, that's super cool.
It's so cool. I'm sad it's the Arkham Asylum world that's going away. I can't believe I'm missing that. Like, are you kidding me? There's a whole Batman place?
Well, I want to say like movie world is like very similar to like Six Flags type thing, where they kind of break it into worlds, and again, like, you know, Warner has a big hand in it, so you're gonna see your your Wizard, like, is wild that Wizard of Oz is showing up, because that was MGM, I thought, or
I think that it got,
or I forget who owns it, but I remember when I worked at Great Movie Ride, the Wizard of Oz stuff, like apparently they spent a lot of money to get, like, there were a certain amount of like scenes they could use, because like initially when you passed Casablanca, there was going to be the tornado scene.
Oh, okay.
And so it was going to be like the tornado scene, then it led to the whole Wizard of Oz scene, like the whole, you know, the Munchkin Land area.
So cool.
And they built the tornado, and then I guess it was too expensive to get the rights to use that much of it. And so they replaced that with a Fantasia scene. So the tornado was literally there, but it was Mickey doing Fantasia stuff, like on a screen.
I didn't know that.
It was meant to be like the Wizard of Oz, like the woman on the bicycle.
The woman on the bicycle, too iconic. They definitely copyrighted that out the gate.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. And another one you mentioned too, that somewhere is
there's some more stuff coming in. It's further down the pipeline.
Oh yeah. So and Shanghai Disneyland Zootopia is opening. So they're doing a Zootopia land over there, which the reason I've heard about this is because they are going to be re-theming Dinoland USA at Animal Kingdom. And the rumor is if Zootopia Land does well in Shanghai, that they might bring it over to America, which we'll see.
I would love that.
Because, I mean, technically Zootopia, you know, there are animals, but it's not really about like conservation of animals. It's more like these are just animals having human problems. So it's kind of like, does it fit? You know, but also like Avatar, like the whole idea of Avatar, like the way Joe Rohde kind of like made it work was like, it's like, oh, this is, you know, it's like a mystical land, but it's still about conservation, about nature, you know, and like the whole idea is like nature's reclaiming this area that used to be like humans. And so that's how they kind of make that fit. But now Joe Rohde's gone. But who knows with Josh D'Amaro kind of like maybe being in charge. Iger's there, Chapek's gone. It's like, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe Zootopia Land, like, oh, Zootopia, it's characters, it's animals, let's put it in. It's like, doesn't really.
I mean, we don't
fit,
know. There
though.
could be a whole second Zootopia movie by the time this makes its way over here stateside.
That is true.
And I think like at the end of the first film, it really does open it up to kind of have that commentary about animals and in the real world and predators and prey. So I think there could be a way to spin it, but I hear you. They are more characters and they're also they're bipedal. So that kind of changes the vibe. I'm going to be very confused when I walk and see real animals and then an animatronic for the Zootopia animals, which I mentioned are so cool. There's
There's
videos out now.
There's a Clawhauser, which is like the dude sitting behind the reception guy. Like he was like was he a cheetah or he was like a panther or something? He was eating his donuts.
Yeah, I think he was a cheetah. They've got the moose with the crazy hair already. There's a lot of images. I'm sure we can share them out on our socials there on Twitter. But they look really good. I think it's so cool. Easy to make bad like real life versions of animal characters and keep them characterized and things like that. So I'm so excited to see those.
Oh man, but yeah, so we'll see if that ends up coming to the US. But we don't know. Like I don't know. Again, I'm expecting a lot out of Disney in 2023 as far as announcements go, because like Epic Universe is 2 years out now and Disney has nothing to go up against it. So they got to start breaking ground somewhere soon.
Look, Star Wars ain't going to keep you going for that long. You got to figure something else out, honey.
I mean, honestly, there's so much land at Disney. And I know like they're talking about building behind Big Thunder Mountain. And there's a lot of area back there where they could do like maybe like another mini land or something. But it's like, I think it's time for a new park. Like those parks are at capacity always. And the only way to alleviate that is to add more capacity.
Another place to go.
Exactly. And I can't imagine them not thinking that they need to do a fifth park. But we'll see. We'll see if anything gets announced in 2023. But that's our look at 2023 and beyond here on Annual Pass. I'm excited for next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of plans. Obviously, we're going to be doing tons of stuff. I mean, starting off with Marathon Weekend.
Yes.
I want to go back to Halloween Horror Nights. I can't say no to that. We got Super Nintendo World out in California. We got to go to. I want to go to Hershey Park now.
Yeah, we have to go to Hershey Park. We've got to hit up some local stops. I know we go to Disney and Universal all the time, which I love. No shame against them. But I want to get some local stuff in my rotation.
We got to go to Six Flags. There's 2 Six Flags here in Texas.
God,
it started here in Texas.
I still have never been to a Six Flags, Jax. We've got to rectify this situation in 2023.
We got to make it happen. But so my question for you, the viewers right now, so we'll be, in January, we'll have a live stream and we'll go over some of the questions and we'll talk with you guys. And my question for you is, what was your favorite moment from 2022 and what are you looking forward to in 2023? Super simple. Let us know in the comments over roosterteeth.com. We'll go through, pull down some of the comments, and we'll send you an autographed park map. How about that? You get a theme park map signed by us if we pick your question. So please go ahead and go to roosterteeth.com in the comments for this episode and let us know what your favorite moment from 2022 was and what you're looking forward to in 2023. Beaks, do you feel like you learned anything today?
I learned that I'm very excited for next year. I didn't realize all the stuff we were talking about is actually coming to fruition in the next 1 to 2 years. It's closer than it is further away.
Yeah. I mean, Tron kicking off the year is going to be solid.
And we didn't even talk about all the international stuff too. I mean, Studio Ghibli World is coming out soon.
Yeah. No,
it's out now.
It's open.
I gotta go.
I know. We got to go to Japan.
We gotta go.
The whole point of this podcast is to go to Japan.
Take us to Japan.
But that'll do it this week. Thank you so much. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media. Annual_pass on Twitter and Instagram, or Annual Pass Pod on TikTok. YouTube.com/Annual Pass. Watch our vlogs, including the Volcano Bay one. We have a hot dog eating one. We have a $20 challenge one. We have so much cool stuff over there. Check it out. A lot of fun stuff, as well as the video versions of the podcast if you want to see our faces while we're talking. But that's going to do it for this week. Hope you have yourself a very, very happy new year. Stay safe out there. If you like fireworks, watch some fireworks because they're fun. Do you like shooting off fireworks?
I like fireworks. I'm a big sparklers person.
Yeah? Oh, sparklers are fun. You write your name in it and everything.
Yes, of course. Take cute pictures.
Stay safe out there. We'll see you soon, and Happy New Year. Bye, everyone.
See ya. Oh my God, the box. We're going to have to save it for the live stream.
Oh my gosh, we forgot the box. Jessica and Jennifer. We'll do it. We'll do it on the live stream. It's already 12 right now.
We got to save it for the live stream.
We'll save maybe next episode of the live stream. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.